Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Prosperous Living with Toya. I am your spiritual cheerleader, and I'm here to cheer you on to victory, to self-actualization, to the realization that you are the power, you are the God in your world, that everything is created by your thoughts and your feelings. You use your thoughts to select that which you will want to experience, and you use your feelings, which is the naturalness of a thing. You experience your own consciousness. We all do. We experience our own consciousness. We experience our own awareness of being. And we will forever be experiencing our own consciousness, our own awareness of being, that which we have decided is true for ourselves. I like the teaching of Neville Goddard and how he constantly reminds us that we're not to try to change people. We're not to try to exchange external things. We are to change the concept of ourselves. How we see ourselves is the most important thing in this whole manifested reality. So if we could just learn to pay attention to our thoughts, and it is what Neville Goddard would call the mental diet. And so maybe you're asking, well, what is a mental diet? What is that? Is that a new technique? And it's not even necessarily a technique. It's a way of being. It's like you don't want to have contradicting thoughts. You don't want to have opposing point of views. And that's when you start having a double mind, or people call split energy, or whatever you want to call it. I prefer double-mindedness. You're saying that you desire to have a specific person back, right? But the whole time you're talking about the other person that they're with, the third party. You're making it be about them, and if they would just go away, my goodness, why are they there? Or why isn't the third, my SP calling me back? Why aren't they giving me the attention that I want? Well, the only way that person could be acting the way they are and isn't reciprocating that which you would want them to be or to do is because of you. You're the reason. You're the cause. You have a double-mindedness. You're saying that you believe that you all belong together, that person should be a part of your reality, but the whole time you're focused on the fact that they're not there. You're focused on the fact that they may be with a third party, or they're not showing you the attention that you crave or that you deserve, instead of recognizing that you are the power and that your world is just a magnified mirror of your consciousness, of your thoughts, of your beliefs, your feelings. And so in order for you to experience that person being in your world, you're going to have to change your thoughts and feelings about it. You're going to have to not give into the five senses. The five senses, or your reasoning mind, will tell you that, see, they're not interested in you. See, they've moved on. See, they're with somebody else. See, they have, whatever excuse you feed yourself, instead of, coming up with other ways to see it. Instead of saying, man, this is a beautiful relationship. I'm so glad we came back together. This relationship is better than it ever was before. Man, I can't believe how easy we get along, how well we talk, we laugh, we have fun, planning trips together. Whatever your focus is that makes you feel like that person is still in your life, and that's what you want to give your attention to. You want to just know within yourself. You want it to be a naturalness, like a deep conviction that this person is a part of your life, and that the external things that's going on, it's old news. It's really not even, lining up with what you said you believe to be true. So guess what you don't do? You don't give your attention to it. And that's the main focus and the main reason why a lot of us don't manifest the things that we want, is because we give our attention to the opposite thing that we say we desire. The true essence of manifestation is attention. Attention is what conjures in the world. what you give your attention to expands and magnifies within your world and within my world. And that's what I am so much more coming to realize. And another big key in manifestation or getting an SP back or more money or whatever it is that you're desiring, whatever that personal thing is for you, whether it's health, mentally or physically, whether, like I said, more money, relationship, whether it's parental or, a significant other, whatever it is that you're desiring. The key is that it has to feel natural to you. And you have to be willing to give your attention to the thing desired, as well as, which is the most important thing, it has to be effortless. You don't go and try to make a thing happen. It's nothing you can do physically or externally to make a person desire you, make money come into your experience, make relationships better. The way those things happen is you have to have a changed concept of yourself. You have to be consciously aware that money flows easily, that you are wanted and desired, that relationships are better because you decided to have a different perspective. You decided to perceive things differently than you have been perceiving them, and you've been persistent in those beliefs no matter what's going on. And I know we may feel those things are challenging, but really they're easy. It is just as easy, if not easier, to be positive and to see things as you want them to be, as it is to not see things as you think they should be. I know we have, out of habit, conditioned ourselves to think of negative things happening, make it be someone else's fault as the reason why things are not happening or you're not experiencing all of your, fondest desires. But if you bring it down to if you just look at it, if you step back and you look at the correlation, you will recognize that the reason these things are not flowing easily, these relationships seem to be a little bit more difficult or challenging, is because of you. Like, I recognize that if my relationships were not harmonious, if they were not peaceful, if they were not engaging, if they were not something that I was enjoying, it was because of me, because of my perspective. I can try to tell a person all day long to change. You need to be like this. You need to be like that. You need to change the way you talk to me. You need to change your tone. You need to change how you address me. Like, I can make it be all about them. And then yet I'm asking them to do all these things, to do all these back bends, backflips to accommodate my feelings, and yet I continue to operate from the same mindset. Sorry, it doesn't work like that. Because remember, there's no one to change but self, because there is no seeming other. As I described in another video, relationship is, in all relationships, is between you and you. And so that's relationship with anything you desire. You are the cause for the experiences in your life. And once you can take ownership of that and recognize and pay attention to that mental diet, which is the feelings and the thoughts that you're having about a thing. And if it doesn't line up with the thing that you desire, and then your job is to turn your attention away from that and put your attention on what it is that you desire. Ask yourself, how does it feel? Does it feel natural, that I'm back with this person, or that that money flows into my experience easily, that I don't have to work for money, that money just comes in the most wonderful, easy, effortless way? Can I truly believe that? Do I remind myself of that daily? Every time money comes into my mind, am I saying, oh, it flows effortlessly and easily? It comes effortlessly and easily. Am I saying that I enjoy money? I enjoy all the things I can do with money, and then no, I don't necessarily need money to enjoy life. That if it's required for the money to be a part of my life in order for me to be happy, for me to do what I need to do, then it will show up. It will make itself seen. It will always be available. Like, we just have to learn how to talk to ourselves, remind ourselves of our power, remind ourselves that we are the operant power, that the power doesn't operate itself. And in every moment, every space and time, we have an opportunity to choose the way we want to think and the way we want to feel. And the thinking is about the selection process of what we want to experience, and the feeling is the power behind it. That's the naturalness of it. That's what brings, that's the juice. That's what brings the manifestation to reality, is that I have to accept that this thing is real for me. I have to accept that this thing is happening, that this thing is already done. And by me choosing to put my focus on the thing that's already done and feeling good about it and having a natural feeling about it. And again, sometimes it may seem difficult because you haven't made it a habit. You haven't practiced it. You haven't been persistent in it. But the more you persist in it, the more you make it effortless, right? So that's the time when you want to sit with yourself. You want to have, meditation, deep contemplation, and get the feeling like, what would it feel like if I had this desire? If I'm with this person that I desire to be with, it feels natural. It feels good, and you don't have to get too detailed. You don't have to, if you feel like visualizing or doing vision boards or doing, whatever you want to do. I'm not here to teach anyone techniques. There are 10,001 techniques, and they're all available all over the internet. And so what I've come to realize is that we are the technique. We don't really need techniques because we've been manifesting all our life. We just need to go back and think about, when I wanted something, what was my thought process? What did I feel about the thing I desired? Did I have an inner knowing, a deep conviction about it? And 9 times out of 10, you did. Yes, probably 10 out of 10 times you did. And then when you come down the spiritual path and everybody's like, well, you want it faster or you want to get it in a more quicker way. And so people start selling you techniques, selling you ebook courses and, all this, that, and the third. If you feel led to do those things, I'm not one to judge. But I do know that you don't need to buy techniques. You don't need to buy, your way into a manifestation. You just need to trust and believe in you. And that's another reason why I created this platform, because, I just want to see you win. And I don't need to I didn't pay for this information. I just applied the information that I gained. Yes, did I purchase books? Yes, but a lot of books are free. A lot of books are on YouTube as audio books, or you can download ebooks from Google. Like, a lot of this information is free, And I'm not saying that, yes, I purchased some books, but, as far as paying for one-on-one counseling and seeking to others to give me something that I can inevitably give myself, basically you're paying someone to tell you something that you already know, that you just forgot and don't remember, but if you sit with yourself and be honest with yourself, and like I said, this information is out there, it's free. People are giving you the tools that you need, and maybe sometimes you do need a one-on-one, but there are a lot of spiritual teachers, coaches out there that are willing to work with you and not charge you anything. And I don't want to call myself a coach, because I'm not going to tell you that you must do something, that, do this specific thing and just trust that this thing is going to happen. No, you have to know within yourself that once I apply this, you have to try it for yourself and prove it to yourself. Because last thing I want to do is make someone dependent on me. I want you to be dependent on you, not for you to go outside looking for somebody else to do something you can really do on your own. Now, will I touch and agree with you, pray with you, believe with you that your manifestation is going to appear? Most certainly. But the only way you know for yourself is through your own experience. And so I want to help you to lean on yourself and not look to others to do something for you, because there are no others. It's only you. And there are no masters. There are no leaders. It's none of that. You are the power. You are the God of your world. I am the God of my world. I'm the operating power in my world. What I can do, you can do. What you can do, I can do. We just have to believe it. And believing it comes with the habitual, persistent practice of changing our thoughts about the thing we want to experience and being persistent in that new state. In that new state, all of it on its own will express itself effortlessly. And the thing is just to believe it, be persistent in it, and then see it come into fruition. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope that it resonates with you, and to recognize that you are the power, that you don't need anyone else's help, that you are the God of your world. The consciousness that you are is the consciousness that sustains this world, that brought your human form into being. And if you can bring your human form into being and regulate everything that's going on within you, sustaining your breath, sustaining your blood flow, doing all the things that's necessary for you to have the life that you're having, it can most certainly bring in any manifestation you desire. Just got to trust and believe it. Decide what it is that you want to experience, and then remain faithful to that until it becomes manifested in your world, and have a deep, strong conviction about it, knowing that it doesn't matter what's going on externally, no matter what nobody else says, what nobody else does, because remember, the people that come into your experience, those things that you are experiencing, they're just confirming to you your own consciousness. And so if you're still seeing the opposite of what you desire, then that means that you haven't been convinced enough of your new state. And that's okay. Continue to be persistent in it. Do it effortlessly. No pushing, no grinding, no sacrifice, no struggle. That's not required, because you have been effortlessly getting the things you don't want. Now you can effortlessly get the things you do want. You just have to recognize your own power. So, with that being said, I will part with you all and say, beloved, I pray above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. And remember to go out and be great.